What's up, fam? It's your girl, Coach Shannon, here today. And someone sent me a DM about a live I did the other day because it was buffering. So I'm hoping this one don't buffer again today. But I was talking about the 3 reasons it's necessary to do the work. Hey, Miss Allison, it's necessary to do the work on your inner woman or your inner man. And excuse the ducks, they deciding to have a chit chat right now. And one of the main points she wanted to know about is when I said it was 3 points. It was 3 reasons why it's important. One, because if you don't, it'll change who you are. It'll change your character. Two, it'll address your heart. It'll affect your heart and your mental, your physical and your mental parts of you as a woman. And three was you'll bleed on people who necessarily did not cut you. Okay, so she was interested in the second one, the how it affects you mentally and physically if you don't do the work on your inner woman. And I was telling her, because I was an ex massage therapist. Well, I'm still a massage therapist. I just don't have my license right now because I moved to another city. But how I was explaining how when your emotions really affect who you are and your muscles and your insides and your organs, it disrupts the homeostasis that's going on within your life. And the homeostasis is just everything working in order, everything working as it should be at one time. And I was explaining in the video that, when we don't do the work and build that muscle up, and we get lethargic and we begin to hold grudges, not release, not doing the work, not apologizing when we should, not accepting that we may not get an apology that we never want, that we've wanted for so long, and that we're waiting on somebody to do something for us in order for us to start doing the work or to be free. She asked me to speak on that because I explained in that video that sometimes we forget that depression, negative self-talk, the way we see ourselves, our self-esteem is mental. How we view others, what we say about them, how we project, how we sit back and gossip about what they are or not doing. That's a negative mental attitude because we have to think about it. Therefore, that's what we do. So, y'all, what I wanted to explain to her is that just like you get a tension headache when you're stressed, or you get a migraine, a lot of us are developing issues that our family members, it wasn't genetic. It's like it's stuff that we're bringing on ourselves because we've been holding in so much, and the body was created to eliminate. We eliminate by using the bathroom both ways. 1, 2, we spit, we sweat, we cry, wax come out our ears. We eliminate, but a lot of times we forget that because we are not eliminating, or not saying get over what bad stuff happened to you, but we're not allowing it. We're getting it out. We're writing it down. We're talking to people. We're listening. And then we're applying the knowledge that works best for us so that we can be free. Free when you gotta pee. Free of that urine buildup. Stomach ain't hurting. You ain't stressing out. It's the same thing when we hold stuff into ourselves, y'all. When we hold it in and we don't get it out, we get constipated with frustration, constipated with low self-esteem, constipated with no self-awareness, constipated in just our actions and our character, and it's the funky kind. Constipation feel good. And I explained that just like our muscles, when we get tense or we get tired, or they get tight, and it's hard to move because they're so tight. But when a person is relaxed, even as a massage therapist, the muscles are soft, easy to work. But when a muscle is hard, it hurts even to be worked on. So I explained that we forget that the heart is a muscle, y'all. It's a muscle. And if we continue to hold on to that strife, to that bitterness, to that anger, to that disregard, for our self love, if we continue to hold on to it, the heart will begin to beat slower and slower. And what happens when the heart stops beating, y'all? When the heart stops beating, there is no life. The heart is what brings blood through the body. It's pumping our nutrients through the body. It's from one to every single, is so many miles of veins and capillaries and arteries in our body that takes blood out and brings it back to us. But if the heart ain't beating like it's supposed to, we're going to be deficient in some areas, and we're going to begin to lack. They're going to begin to lack, y'all. So I just wanted to say, when you refuse to do the work, or you're afraid to do the work because you don't want to address certain things, and you're playing around with it, you know what I mean? You're skirting here, you're doing the bare minimum. It's just like exercising. You do the bare minimum, everything gonna atrophy after a while. It's not gonna be as strong as it possibly could be. So I just wanted to come on here today and explain that when you start to do the work on your inner woman or your inner man, your heart begins to come alive again. It's not bogged down with the burden of, oh my God, you just don't know. It's always hard. You're deciding when you do the work, and you put the work in, and you stick to it, and you invest into it, and you do what it is that you need to do to get this work done on you. Like, we'll go to work every day, work hard for somebody else, make them millionaires and things of that nature, and we'll do it to pay our bills because it's a necessity. But we forget, y'all, how important the vessel that's doing all that is. And a lot of us have these crazy diseases that have come up, fibromyalgia, and I'm not knocking anything, but that our grandparents and them didn't have. It's like, where's this coming from? And it's just because there's a disruption and a dis-ease within our bodies because we're not putting in the work like we need to. And I'm challenging y'all today. Whatever you need to start putting in the work means you're addressing it and not making excuses. You refuse to sit back and just let it be. You decide, I don't give a damn how hard this has been, my life has been. I don't want it to just be that. I want it to be something more. And I know that I'm capable of doing it, but sometimes I don't know how. So I'm going to seek, I'm going to read, I'm going to write, I'm going to journal, I'm going to speak an affirmation that I actually believe. A lot of us write affirmations down, and it's something that somebody else wrote that even when we say it, we don't believe it. The purpose of an affirmation is to affirm you. So if you're speaking something that you don't necessarily believe, what's the point? What's the point of saying an affirmation if you're not going to believe what you're affirming? So I'm challenging y'all today, whatever it takes to do the work, however much it costs to invest in yourself. I don't care if it's getting a massage therapist, a coach, seeing a therapist, a psychiatrist, whatever you need to do to deal with that thing. That's your responsibility. Look at y'all right here. That's your responsibility. The things that may have happened to you in the past, the hurts, the pain, the disappointment, the neglect, the abandonment and stuff like that, that wasn't your fault. But it is your fault. It's your, not fault, your responsibility to decide, I don't just want that to be who I am. I don't just want that to be all that I am. There is more. Even if stuff going haywire as hell in my life, I'ma still sit back and be like, y'all saw that. But I'm still happy though. I know Some people who live this life, and even on their deathbed, they go in peace. They go out singing. They go out like, you know what? I lived my life. And that's what I want from you. That's what I hope you desire for yourself. That, you know what, I don't give a damn how hard it was, because my life, y'all, ooh, Jesus, was rough. It was hard, and I recognized that the people around me had hard lives too, and that's all they talked about, is what was hard. That's all they showed up as. The hard changed them. Like I said, it was 3 things when I talked about it before, of why you should do the work. 1, if you don't do the work, it'll change your character. 2, it'll affect your mental and your physical. 3, you'll end up bleeding on people who didn't cut you, and you'll end up pushing the people away who are really there to support you. So when I say your heart is a muscle, and the heart gets hard when you hold on to stuff that used to say, you know what, that happened to me 20 years ago, and it was messed up. It was not right. But I'm going to choose to leave it in 20 years ago and not let it affect me right now today, because I don't want it to. Yeah, I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to say how it hurt me. I'm going to say what it did. But I refuse to allow that to just be my life. I want more. I want better. I want to live instead of just merely existing. One of my favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption, and one of the coldest lines was, it's time to either get busy living or get busy dying. Because that man served over 20-something years in prison for something he didn't do. And he decided, I'm not taking it no more. And he escaped from a prison that nobody ever escaped from before. It's time for you to escape from that prison in your mind and in your heart that's telling you you can't do nothing else but just be what happened to you. First of all, y'all, what happened to you is not who you are. It's an event that happened to you. Who you are is who God created you to be. He doesn't make mistakes. You are a masterpiece. And it's time for you to know how priceless and how precious you are. So it's time for you to go do whatever you need to do to wipe out, erase, get rid of everything that's telling you you're not. I'm getting excited, because I got a feeling whoever watches this, it's going to pierce your heart, and you're going to decide. D-E-C-I-D-E. I'm taking my power back. I've given it to that hurt for too long. I've given it to that person who disrespected me for too long. That person that molested me, he has kept my power and kept me in fear and kept me in that for too long. I'm going to go talk to somebody so I can recognize that it wasn't me. It was him. And I was just a victim. But now I'm a victor. I'm the one who's alive. I'm the one who's living. I'm the one who's choosing to decide you will not hold me hostage another day of my life. Okay? My brothers and sisters, that's all I want for you. That's why I do what I do. And it's definitely time for you to take your power back. You heard me? It's time for you to take your power back. It's no longer time. Stop waiting on somebody to apologize before you do something. Stop waiting on someone to be comfortable with not getting an apology that you deserve. Just be cool with it. They might not never apologize, but I refuse to waste another minute of my life waiting for it. And if it's you that needs to go and say, you know what, I was wrong, I messed up, I am sorry, do it. And stop hurting you on purpose. You ain't got time for that no more. It's time to live this life. Don't you see how crazy this world is? You better get you some good while you can. I'm just saying, I don't care how crazy the world is. I'm going to wake up every day and choose to decide it's a different day. I got another opportunity to make some more choices. I have another opportunity to live. That's what I want for you. Alright? Holla at you. Know your worth. You are priceless. You are priceless. God don't make no junk. Don't make no junk, y'all. So stop treating yourself like a piece of trash, because you're not. Way better than that. Alright?